Forward. Here we go.
Can we remove her mod privileges?
All right.
I was
welcome everybody. I moved us on, guys. Welcome everybody who's been patiently waiting as we all figure out our crap. Mostly me. My camera decided to wig out. But I'm Charlie, and we are playing some Lost Mine of Phandelver, the extended edition. And currently, we are wondering who Gundren is. So if you know who Gundren is, if you could remind us, we have forgotten. But yeah, let's go ahead and we will start with player introductions. And I have no clue your guys' player numbers anymore, so I'm going right down the order. So number 1, Jackie, you are up.
I am Jackie. I'm playing Sunset, our fairy sorcerer.
All right, and Pedro, you are up.
Hi, my name is Pedro. I'm playing Oboros, the Hexblade Warlock.
All right, and Heather, you're next.
Hi, I'm Heather. I'm playing Ishani, the Human Ranger.
Okay, Bookworm.
Yep. Hi, I'm Bookworm, and I'm playing here Ashron, the humanoid monk.
All right, and I think that's everybody. So let's go ahead and we can get started. No, I'm just kidding. Ricky, you're up.
I'm Ricky. I don't know who I'm playing, but I know who Gilther is.
Gilther? I know who Gilther is. Yes,
Gilther. He's Gundren's cousin.
Yes, I do recall Gilther, but yeah, I don't know who you are either.
Yeah, I'm playing Solomon Vapor, Water Genasi Cleric.
Awesome. All right, let's go back to the main because we don't want to stare at that face for too long. Ricky's been around for the long haul, so that's why I pick on him. It's out of caring. I wouldn't say love, but it's out of caring. I care. All right, here's my insult that I've gotten. If you stick your hand into a barrel of water and then pull it out, the size of the hole you leave behind is a measure of how much you're going to be missed. Damn. It's kind of cruel. I don't know. They've been coming up with some that I put in, but there are a lot in the mix, so we'll see what all pops up when people decide to insult the DM. Who would like to give us a recap of our poor decisions that we have made?
I have my inspiration.
I mean, I guess I can go ahead and do it. I mean, there's not a whole lot we did last session. Makes it easy. So last session, literally all we did was murder some goblins. And after murdering some goblins, we found an old guy. His name is Sildar or something. And we decided it was a good idea to take a nap in a cave.
Yes, that is all that we accomplished. I think the river came out at you all again and washed you away. Like, it took a little bit to get there.
Well, yeah, I'm skipping over the bridge because we don't need to talk about the bridge.
Oh yeah, the bridge that collapsed.
Yeah, and who was the one who made it collapse?
Well, it wasn't me. I was flying.
No, the whole
Guess
bridge
I-
did. The bridge didn't go
Bridge
down.
is
Just
still
the
there.
board. Just a single board, y'all.
Oh, right.
And who stepped on board?
You don't need to talk about it.
I'm drawing it so that we know. Oh, I guess I should color. Can I change the color? No, I don't think I can. I'm not smart enough. I'm sure I can. You have to do it in the stream chat, Jackie, if you're trying to insult for free.
I was just curious.
Yeah,
You
no.
said there were new ones.
Since we're getting started, I promise I won't abuse this.
I don't think it's. Oh, why isn't it working?
Oh.
Oh well. That's just the
Oh.
thing. It might not be set, actually, because, yeah, I will make a note of that. Anyway, I've completely distracted all of us. Alright, so, yes, you all did take a long rest in the cave, and that's kind of where we left off, was with getting into that long rest. So, as you all, and does anyone remember what you all put in front? Because I drew a line, but I have no clue what we moved in front of to block
It was all
the
the
cave.
all the furniture that was like in that room.
Oh yeah, the
Yeah.
bunk
Yeah,
beds.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so you've moved the bunk beds, the bodies of the goblins that you've killed, and you've kind of made yourself a barricade. And is anyone taking watch for me?
Oh yeah. I'll take
Yeah.
a watch.
Yeah.
We
Alright,
should take
who's-
turns taking watch.
Okay, who's on first watch?
Ishani will take it. If
Okay.
not, then I'll take last watch.
I'll,
Go ahead.
no, I was gonna say, are we going in pairs, or does it not matter since we have 5 people? Yeah, it probably doesn't matter.
That was going to be
yeah.
my
think so.
question, but
Yeah.
That's a group decision for how you all would like to handle watch.
Well, Bingley
I-
with his
I-
two people.
Yeah, I honestly have no preference because it's a relatively small area we're in. I think we're safe to just do one person watches.
Right. I guess I'll take second watch.
and how many shifts are we doing? Are we doing 2, 3, 4? How many shifts do we
Just-
want to do?
Just one for each of us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Split it up into
Yeah.
5.
So. Yeah. So Ash will be taking third watch.
I'll take 4th.
So I'm gonna wake up early.
Mm.
Alright, so Boros is second. Okay. If I can have each of you go ahead and make a perception roll for me.
I don't want it.
Yep. Oof.
Nice.
What's a 6?
Oh shit.
Also, why is Afron trying to say ghost on here?
That's a great question. I'm not sure.
There it is. There it is.
Oh well, not important.
Your token is up, so I have no clue. Okay. 17, 8, 26.
Is anyone else still at the map screen?
Yeah, we're all on the landing page.
Yeah, you should be. There's no need for you to be on the other one.
Ah,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Yeah, so-
Okay.
Okay,
Mm.
can I just find out what 2 wisdom people wrote below us?
Oh, my foundry is messed up. Let me fix that.
I'm high wisdom. I got 20.
Oh yeah,
Ooh, I
I
didn't
forgot.
get single digits.
Hey, that is good.
That is progress.
Can we
for this
just use
character.
my
Alright.
passive?
So you all are ready. Music is getting ready to feed through. So you're not unexpectedly surprised.
Oh my god, what's that?
Thanks for that, Ricky.
No worries.
Okay. So Ashani was first with an 8. Burroughs was second with a 17. Ashfron with a
But
6.
Shawnee can use her passive, right?
15, 20. What is your passives?
Mine's a 15.
Mine's a 12.
Mine's a 10, I believe.
Yeah, mine's 10. I keep my roll.
Yeah.
If at all possible.
Yeah, I'm definitely keeping my roll as well. Oh my god, this music's from World of Warcraft. This is giving me nostalgia.
I have figured out, like, how to feed it through separately.
Mhm.
So then I, like, because what matters is the VODs at the end, and so then the music won't be on those, and so we're, like, good to go. I've, like, accomplished so much. Okay. So... Shawnee... Let's see... You, as you're, like, keeping watch and looking, at the barricade that you all have assembled with the beds that you've moved and putting, like, the bodies and any, like, scrap wood or anything that you can find, you don't really hear anything too distinguishable coming from the other side. You are in a cavern system, so, like, it sounds as though there are things echoing off of the cave walls and stuff, but, like, nothing feels out of the ordinary to you. Ouroboros, when you wake to take your shift and switch with Ashani, the same thing, like, you hear a lot of echoing, like, going off of the cave walls and stuff. You feel like you might hear, like, tiny, like, footprints and, like, steps, and, like, the moment that you feel like you hear that, you see a rat come out, just an ordinary rat, not a giant one, nothing threatening, but, like, come out from underneath the bunk, like, able to kind of get through. Maybe startles you a bit, but aside from that, there's nothing out of the ordinary that you are able to pick up on with that barrier in place.
Okay.
Okay. Wait, let's see. Okay. Ash, when you're up and about, it's the same thing. You're kind of deep in your thoughts, and, like, you don't notice anything happening within the caves. It does feel cooler to you. As you're getting later into the evening, the cave system itself is becoming cooler. And even, like, the moisture in the air, like, feels a little bit heavier. Like, the walls of the cave feel a little more damp than what they had previously, but you don't notice any threat or anything on the other side.
Yep. Yep, sounds good.
Okay. Sunset, you wake up for your watch. And you notice a odor that seems to be coming from the other side of the barricade that you all have made.
What does it smell like? Smell like fire? Does it?
Mm. So it smells to you, similar to oil that you would use in your torch. Or that someone would use. Sunset probably doesn't use a torch since you can cast light.
Okay. I'm gonna try listen deeper and try and see, because a torch is a torch, but if they aren't coming at us, they can do whatever they want. So I'm gonna make sure they're not trying to get to us.
Okay. Make a investigation check for me.
I'm not going to wake him up for nothing. Please roll well.
Oh.
No. Just not fair.
You're able to like you, since you're looking and you can smell the like oil, you do like see like a little flicker of light, and it looks like it just is a torch that is like mounted on the wall of the cave.
Oh, okay.
But like you don't notice any goblins or any threat.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's continue sleeping.
Yeah. And then at the end of your rest, Solomon wakes up. Would you relay this to Solomon at all?
Yeah, I'll let him know. The only thing I saw was what looked like a torch on the wall over there.
Has it been here all night?
Nobody told me about it, anything about it before. But doesn't mean it wasn't.
Okay.
All right. Solomon, with your 20 perception, you also notice that odor, as well, and then with, oh gosh, Jackie, you've got to name your characters the same thing in both games. I'm wanting to say Faith. Sunset, having pointed out the one torch, you kind of peer through the barricade that you all have put up, and you do see that there are, it looks to be 2 torches, one for like each of those like cave paths. So there's one on each side.
Like on the ground next to the barricade?
No, there's a mount to put like the lantern in. But they were not lit before, and now they are. And you do have like a pretty strong sense of that odor, but you don't notice any one on the other side.
I would like to cast create water and put out the torches.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's
So
fine. We don't need a long rest. It's fine.
So he goes in his canteen, gets just like a drop of water, and then just puts out both the torches across the way.
You asshole. That's all I've got to say. You asshole.
I'm gonna sit in my watch and just ignore the torches that randomly showed up. Yeah.
Everybody else did.
Well, I
Solomon
didn't
is
see
a
any
wise,
torches in my turn.
middle-aged priest.
Yeah, you
My
suddenly.
philosophy was the long rest was more important. If we weren't being attacked, they can do what they want, and then we'll get them later when we have resources. But no.
You
See?
you
Everyone but
extinguish
you would have
the
used the long rest.
you extinguish the torches on the other side.
Hooray!
All right, and the rest of your watch goes by uneventful. As the group is beginning to wake up, what information would the group be sharing with one another, or what is our plan for the start of the day after taking a rest?
That was a long rest, correct?
Yes.
Yep.
Hey, someone address the group. They definitely know we're here. Two torches came up overnight, and I'll point them out to everyone. I extinguished them because there was an odor involved, and I didn't know if maybe had something burning on there to poison us. So but they know we're here. We should be careful as we're exiting.
What sort of odor did you detect? Did anyone else catch wind of this?
It was just basically oil for torches.
Oh. They may have intended to burn us out then. They could have easily just lit the barricade on fire.
Yeah, if they wished to
wanted
do that, they could have lit the barricade. They didn't, so...
Hmm.
They may have something prepared. We should just be careful on our way.
Mm.
What is the old gentleman's name again? The one that we rescued in this cave?
Sildar.
Sildar.
Sildar. Okay. I'm gonna check on him real quick. Is he still in here, by any chance?
Y'all
I mean,
locked me in
yeah.
here with you. Where else was I to go? I'm feeling much better after having rested. Thank you all for keeping watch. I do appreciate it.
Are you feeling any better?
I do feel quite better. I feel, well, rested.
Well, as long as
Are
we're
you
able
all
to keep you
feeling good? What is that smell?
it's potentially torch oil.
Did somebody spill something?
The
Not
goblins, perhaps.
Maybe we should move the stuff from the door?
I guess I shouldn't light up this pipe that I have.
Probably not.
Right. Save that for later.
Ah,
Late.
I'm joking. He has like nothing. They took all of his shit.
Yeah, I assume the fire's still going anyway.
Yeah, well, the odor itself is coming from the hallways area, so it's coming from up in
Yeah.
here, because they didn't come into your guys' space since you put that barricade up. Yeah, so you all begin to work on moving the furniture and things that you had barricaded with. Who's going to initiate that?
I know Ash will be here, would be helping out, but I'm not sure if he'll be initiating it or not.
I guess I'll go ahead and initiate it. Oboros will, rather.
Okay,
Yeah.
as you all are moving and like pushing and pulling, you do like feel a like slickness to the material, like as you're grabbing onto it in the ground itself. Go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw. Anyone who is helping with the furniture.
Oh.
That's gonna be. They
This is
doused it
very
all in oil. Awesome.
That's A7.
Dexterity saving throw.
Okay, fine. I'll do it here then.
All right, I'll
I
take
feel
it.
like I saw somebody's and then it didn't show. Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
It's like
Wow.
I know I saw a 19. All right.
I'll take it.
Ashfron, if you could go ahead, right? No, wait.
Yep.
What was you said 7, right?
7. Yep,
Okay.
7.
Roll for me a D4, please.
Yep. That's a 2.
Okay. As you were working on pulling this, and the slickness just kind of hinders your ability to do so. You can decide how you get hurt, but you do end up getting hurt while working on moving the furniture.
Yeah, he probably stumbles a bit and just knocked himself against the wall.
Yeah, as everyone is working to kind of shove and push, you kind of get like just pinned a little bit, like up your back is against the wall of the cave, and one like corner of the bed just stubs like right into your toe, and you take 2 damage from that.
Yeah, he does winches and just goes, bloody goblins. He's, are you sure we should leave him alive?
I thought we had taken out most of them.
Yeah, there's still more of a cave we haven't explored yet. And yeah,
Well,
if we do leave him alive, who's to say they won't attack more travelers?
Sure, but shouldn't we get Sildar back?
We should check if Gundren is somewhere else in the caves.
Well, also, he needs his gear, I guess.
of course.
I would appreciate having my gear. My sword cannot be replaced. It's very near and dear. I'm sure you all are, if you've ever gone into battle before, you know the importance of having the gear that belongs to you, of course.
Here, Ash looks over to him. I usually just punch.
Well, some of us aren't
That's right.
as strong-fisted, it seems.
Here, just gotta know how to work with your body.
Well, sometimes you just can't teach an old man new tricks. I prefer, since I'm in my retirement years, just using the sword that's always gotten me through. So I would appreciate if we could take a look for it.
Well, there is a certain safety with steel, so it is. Yes.
Good.
Now, I don't know if you all have what plans you have, but I would appreciate if the group would be so kind once we're done here looking to see if Gundren is around, and of course our gear to accompany me into Phandalin.
Well, that is
I'm
what
pretty
we're
sure.
headed.
Now, I know that we've taken out Yimmick in here. He was the leader here, but he complained an awful lot about Clog is who we're looking for. I think a bugbear. I didn't meet him myself, but he is something we should maybe look out for.
Hmm.
Did you get any sense for how amicable he might be?
I mean, I was kind of in and out since being here, so I don't think anyone in this cave is all too friendly.
We're friendly enough.
I apologize, but I've known you before. Well, some of you before the cave.
Sorry for the flashbang.
But and I trust that Solomon and Ouroboros that you have picked up companions to be trusted along the way. And I mean, this one here doesn't look like they could harm anyone. And he gestures towards Sunset. Look how adorable and tiny. Nothing. This one can't hurt anyone. Not saying that she isn't helpful or can't be fierce, but I obviously wasn't talking about you when I said people in the cave weren't too friendly.
I know it was a joke, of course.
Well, pardon me if if I'm not finding things too funny. It's been a long time. It wasn't too long after you all we met you all at the Waypoint Inn and asked you to go up to Neverwinter that Gundren and myself were ambushed. And I don't even know where Gundren is, but I've just been here and they weren't really feeding anything, and not that I'd want to eat anything that goblins prepared anyway. There was lots of what looked to be eardrop soup.
Sounds pleasant.
It already sounds a little better than the spider jerky I was given.
I guess if you're into wax, maybe.
Mm.
Well, I mean, this jerky has upset my stomach a bit. I haven't touched it since.
Oh, well, you should always touch your stomach. That's a good thing to do.
That's
Give it a pat. That might have helped.
not what
Sunset
I
will pat her
meant.
belly.
Oh, I thought we were joking. Are we not joking anymore? Huh. Okay, I guess I still am tired.
Yes, let's get you out of this cave.
Alright, well, shall we? As you all assess the situation, actually, I should just. I knew there were things I forgot to open. I like having your D&D Beyond stuff open because I have a web browser thing, so then I can see like all of your passives and stuff in one go.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got a 15, 12, 15, 12, and 10. No 9s in this one for Jackie. As you all are kind of looking at where to go, you can see the cave forks in those two directions, and you were aware of this before, but now, like, the terrain itself, on both is more difficult than it had been previously. You were kind of overwhelmed with the smell of the oil, and you can, like, feel that, and see it kind of puddling up all along both pathways. It looks like any oil that they had or anything, they just kind of doused it everywhere. You also notice that any like scrap wood or sticks or anything that they could bring in, they did. They didn't like create another barrier, but like it was clear that they were wanting this to torch on you all, and those two torches, they were set that as you all were pulling and moving the furniture, they fell down, and had they still been lit, they would have caught the oil on fire.
Damn, so that was actually really clever on Solomon's part.
Yeah, thank you, Ricky. Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you very much.
Fine, you can have that one.
Thanks for ruining the DM's plans.
Thank you.
For
Thank
real.
you for that. I should have planned better,
At
I
least it
guess.
wasn't Tuesday.
That was a real big Brian moment.
Yeah, I mean, no, it was great.
Tuesday's
I figured that the water genasi would be the one to, fix the problem, but I thought we'd at least get to ignite the problem. But it's okay. Maybe I revealed a little too much, but I felt bad. They rolled a 21 on stealth, and you all did not roll that high. But I thought it was fitting that you would notice some things in the hall, even if you didn't notice them. So I went with it, and my plans were ruined, and I will cry a little bit tonight, and then I will get over it. I'm just kidding. But like, so you do notice like both of these are going to be difficult terrain. Obviously, the going up and going back to the bridge where you came from initially is going to be a bit easier for you because it's more carved out already, so it's not quite as jammed. But you do have both of those paths as options for how you want to exit this part of the cave.
Which way
I
do we
mean-
go, George?
I feel like we should leave Sildar here instead of
I'm
trying
sorry.
to escort him out and then taking out the goblins.
You just want me to hang out in the goblin dining hall?
Yeah, I mean, I've got an extra sword. I know it's not yours, so it's not special, but I mean, it's better than leaving you here with nothing.
What
But
kind
by-
of sword were you going to offer him?
I've got a short sword. I've got
Hmm.
2 short swords.
I have a rapier as well, if you'd like that as well.
I think you guys are overestimating what a long rest can do.
Well, no, that's why you stay here. We go take out the rest of the goblins, because it's better to do that than try and like smuggle you out when they're still alive. Because
You're trying to smuggle me. I can walk on my own.
I know, but it doesn't mean you're gonna do it quietly. Like you said, a long rest doesn't do a whole lot.
And
Bluey over there is gonna be more quiet. I don't have any armor.
And if you do stay here and any goblins come along while we're gone, you can always burn them. If our tunnel's already pretty much already trapped for tunnel.
I'm sorry. What was your name again? I don't think we've officially met.
Um,
I'm
it's
Sildar. Ashfron. Okay, so let me get this straight. You all want to leave me with a sword, which I do appreciate, even though it's not mine, or a rapier, or both. And again, I appreciate that. But if I see goblins approaching from the tunnel system, I should torch them. And in fact, I should torch them, and that will entrap me in this part of the cave. So you want me to go... You literally want me to burn alive in hell.
Either that or he'll die of asphyxiation.
For fire won't reach in here, over Owen what is inside our tunnels. Yes, for smoke might be a bit of an issue, but
you don't think in these small like puddles and things like there has been some flow moving in. I mean, it's only a matter of time before it probably even reaches this fire here. So like, if you all just want me to go out on my own, I can go. If you point me the direction to exit the cave, I can exit the cave. But I'm not sitting in the mouth of the cave waiting for... literally, the mouth of the cave, this is where they all come in to eat. I'm not sitting here waiting for them to possibly come back or for them to throw a torch on this. I don't feel good about that. Never would I have asked any of my soldiers to just stay back in a place that's clearly already had traps set.
Well, I, for one, am not exactly fond of the idea of leaving you here. Having you come with us, though, that is, it's dangerous, especially if we run into other goblins.
What if we have him just leave the cave? We're not far from the entrance.
That's
right.
what I said. Yes, I knew this adorable one would be wise.
I mean, it was just a suggestion. I didn't say we had to do it.
Well,
Right.
I mean, it was an okay suggestion until all of a sudden you want me throwing torches. If any goblins approach and maybe setting myself on fire.
Okay, I didn't say anything about setting anything on fire. I just said I was going to give you a sword.
The issue with having you wait by the opening of the cave, though, what if other goblins come? They will see you and either attempt to beat you to death or otherwise. I hope you see where I'm going with this.
Have you all come across any other rooms of the cave that I could perhaps go to? This is where they eat, and so if there's any that have been out traveling or hunting, they could come back here.
Well, there was
There's a
that
dog
little
room.
alcove where the dogs were.
Dogs?
That was fine.
I thought I heard
they're
howling.
gone.
I
They're
thought
all
there was
gone.
howling happening. Okay, I'm not aware of where that is, but I could wait there.
And that's near the entrance, so if worse comes to worse, you can get out of there easy.
Yes, I think that would be much better than lighting myself on fire.
Well, I'll go check and see how far the water level has risen. Just This tunnel that's over here where I'm pinging, like, is it rough going through that tunnel? Like, am I gonna have to do some climbing and stuff in order to, like, navigate my way through it, or?
You're going to need to make a dexterity saving throw for me.
Okay, alright, I'll do that. So, yeah, Boris is just gonna go through that tunnel, just far enough to check on the water level, but, I will make my roll. Dexterity saving throw. Let's go. Fuck.
Roll for me since you're in that rougher part, roll a d6 for me.
Oh. Oh.
That's not bad. You kind of slip up a bit, and as you're like reaching for a rock to kind of stabilize, like you jam your thumb into it. My friend, does your character have dark vision?
Oh. We've been through this.
I know. Oh, I know.
Now, how tall is the ceiling in that little tunnel? In that little thingy?
You would not be able to fly in the tunnel that he's in.
Okay.
Like, yeah. Really, any of these tunnels besides the main one up to a point, you wouldn't be able to. Like, in the rooms of the caves, sure, but not in the tunnel system.
Okay.
Yeah, so you go and you look, and amazingly, because, I mean, you failed it, so your saving throw probably should have been with disadvantage, but you already failed. But, like, you stumble around pretty well, but, like, you are not able to really see, like, out into the cave system, because the natural light actually stops, like, about here.
Gotcha. Okay. Then I'll go by sound. Is the water rushing? Is it just kind of flowing slowly?
Okay.
What's it like right now?
Make a perception check for me.
Gotcha.
The sound of the water, it, definitely sounds as though it has risen back, back to what it was before it, like, washed out. It seems to be, trying to think how to word it. It seems to be more steady in the flow of it than what it would have been like when you all initially came through. But it is not rushing or anything like that. So overall, it seems pretty calm.
Gotcha.
From what you can hear.
Alright. Well, I don't want to risk lighting a torch right now. Especially since I'm in a narrow tunnel.
Good call.
So, yeah. I'm gonna just go ahead and crawl back into the chamber where everyone else is.
Alright, make another dexterity saving throw for me.
Crap.
Alright, hopefully it's not a nat 1.
With disadvantage because you can't see.
Ah, shit. Alright, yeah.
Yeah, we thought.
Alright.
Can't Sunset.
Not bad.
Hey, can't Sunset just throw a light rock at him?
That would be
mean,
easy.
That's for one.
Yeah, that would be easy.
I was gonna jokingly be like, "Hey, you want the rock?" as he walked away.
You, like, as you were going through that first time, you kind of, like, took and, like, gathered your other senses of, like, smell and touch and hearing, and, like, I'm assuming you weren't licking the cave walls, but maybe you were. I should never assume that. But you, like, are able to, in your mind, kind of map this out, so the next time as you are going back up, you follow back exactly where you came from, and you are able to easily do that.
Alright, excellent. So, shuffle, shuffle. There's a bit of rocks moving around, and then eventually Oboros pops back up. I wasn't
Did-
quite able to see the water, but it sounds as if the flowing has slowed down a bit.
Maybe you should have taken my rock.
You know, I had forgotten about the rock. I apologize about that. But from the sounds of it, at the very least, with it having calmed down, I can only assume that the water has receded a bit. So it'll be less of a threat to us. But
For now.
yes, for now, yes, of course. So
So
Shall we bring him over there?
yes, let's. The sooner the better, and you can go ahead and light the rock now.
All bright, shiny.
That's
We gotta
quite
go
the
find
trick
Gangnam
that you've
Style
done.
now. Oh, yeah. I can't see in the dark, so it helps me. It shows him smiling.
That is quite nice. What a good party trick. Alright, as you all exit, who is going with Sildar and I'm assuming Ouroboros to go to the front of the cave?
I'll go with him.
yeah, stuff it. Here, Ash will go as well. Might as well like couple of people just in case.
Okay. Anyone who and are we going through this tunnel here?
I'd rather go through the oily tunnel, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, it might still be a bit of a slip and slide, but
Okay.
yeah, it's not cramped.
So
Solomon's gonna suggest everyone should go. That way, we're not in any danger of misplacing someone.
Can
Especially with
I-
enemies about.
does anyone
I never
recall
got
anything about the upper tunnel?
Yeah,
Like
in
Because like your
general,
characters
from
would,
what
well,
we've
your
seen.
characters would have some knowledge of it because you came from it before. Like, how did you get on the bridge?
Yeah,
climbed.
we
had to climb up onto
climbed
the
up
bridge.
a rope.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh
and-
yeah.
So
Yeah,
are you
yeah,
wanting
we-
the old man to climb down on the rope?
How much does the
Uh,
old man weigh? Oh yeah. How much does the old man weigh? I mean, is he big and buff, or is he a bit lanky?
You should never ask a gentleman how much he weighs, and you should never call him old.
Then you're good to climb down
I
a
said
rope.
older. I thought I said older gentleman.
Well, you shouldn't. Old shouldn't be part of it. I'm young and just skippy, ready to go.
Yeah, whatever you say, old man. Let's go.
If
Yeah.
if you're young, then life does not like you.
Wow, you guys are just being all mean.
Well, what I would suggest, so that you're not too strained with the climbing, is if we do go down that bridge, I would suggest that Solomon drops down first, and then we slowly pass you down to him, so that way you don't have to climb. And I would say he's stronger than us for the most part. You are physically capable, Solomon. I've seen it myself, but we lower you down into his strong arms, and problem solved. Yes.
His arms look like water.
Strong water.
All the better to cushion you with.
Well, look at it this way: you get to walk on water.
There's only one man who should ever walk on water.
Uh-huh.
Amen.
My cousin, Frederick.
Is he just good at walking on water?
He likes to invent contraptions, and he makes it seem as though he's walking on water.
Ah, I see.
All right, so we are going what I assume is the long way. Okay, I let you all lead the way. Let's go. Make dexterity saving throws for me, my friends.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
I don't want it.
not bad. What is I?
Is the ceiling
a
in the
20.
tunnel tall enough for the main tunnel here? Is it tall enough for Sunset to
Oh, okay.
fly? Because if she can just fly over the oil, then I would imagine she would have to.
Just hover. I just need to hover over it.
Yeah.
It's fine if it's not.
Let me see.
I could fly over by the bridge. I don't remember about the tunnel itself.
I don't feel like the tunnel. Does it
Yeah.
say?
Let's go.
I mean, like, you would
Is it
probably
only
be
a-
able to hover because you're playing Sunset as though she's like tiny. So like you would be able to hover. But as far as like general height of it, the ceilings in these tunnels are probably about 5 to 6 feet. So like all of you are kind of crouched a bit. Like you don't have to army crawl or anything, but you are kind of ducked down. This other one where it's full of debris, like you did have to kind of crawl through it because there's so much, especially with them having added more. Because that's the thing that's not really depicted is like they were working on making sure you all like lit the fuck up and like wouldn't be able to get out of the cave.
Devious little bastards.
All right,
Mm.
but the good news
I know
is
that.
you all passed. Let's see how Sildar does.
Hey, would any of us actually be helping him as we go along?
I don't know. You tell me.
Uh, I'll give them a hand.
Okay,
Yeah,
then let
'cause-
me re-roll. You reach out to help Sildar. You see that he is struggling, but he doesn't see your hand, because the tunnel is dark, and he also, well, you all have the rocks now. I forget that.
Yeah.
He doesn't
Yeah.
notice your hand, and he slips a bit, and he falls, and you hear him groan. Oh, my knees. That one kind of hurt. Well, thank you. And he he sees your hand now, and he reaches and like uses that to help get him up off the ground where he has fallen. He got max damage on that D4.
Aw.
Ow.
Ugh.
All right.
That's
Ooh,
That's
ooh,
not
hey,
good.
he's old man bones.
Yeah. So let's get you all up to the bridge area. I'm just gonna move you all because I can move without the walls messing everything.
Yep.
If your token isn't exactly where you want it, you can definitely move your token, but I'm just getting us all over. Oh, my mouse dropped that one. Ah,
Yeah.
stop.
Yeah, once we get to bridge, here for ropes we put across it. Are they still there?
Once you get to what?
If a bridge for here, because remember how we had a rope on each side of a bridge to help to hold on to as we crossed? Are they still there?
You look around to see, and you do see, like, the rope. I think you all had, like, hit it into the side and you tied it. You see it, but then as you begin to pull it out, you do see that the rope had been cut by the, what you assume would be more goblins.
Bloody
Jerks.
hell. They're wrecking our stuff now.
Well,
Why
I don't
you gotta
know.
be so mean?
You probably shouldn't have left your stuff here if you didn't want it to be wrecked. Not that I'm trying to be rude or anything. I'm just hoping that this can be a learning experience.
Well, rope can be replaced. That is not too much of an issue.
Yeah. What I don't get is why were they on this one? Because Farouk would be helping them as well.
Perhaps they
Apparently
don't
they
need it.
don't need it.
Well, you all use the rope to climb up to the bridge.
Yeah, the
Right.
bridge
Yes,
is
and
still
then-
stable.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, some of us ended up being on the other side, and we didn't trust for bridge, so we pretty much got Sunset to ferry ropes from one side to the other and just tie them off along either end.
Nope, I need to fix Foundry. Alright, so you all have reached the bridge. The white marked area, that is the board that fell, that resulted in you all tying the ropes up. But yeah, you are there, and Sildar looks and he goes, so you want me to just jump off this bridge into the water below? Is that how we're doing this?
No.
Oh, okay. Okay, good.
Once you get far enough
Looks
along the
stony.
bridge, you're going to be jumping down into Solomon's arms. If we do this the right
Solomon.
way, I would say yes. Solomon goes first, then descends, and then.
Well,
we
can
will
I,
roll-
Solomon? Can we have a word first? I mean, we haven't even gone on a first date, and you already want to cradle me in your arms.
Why would I have to cradle you in my arms while you climb down the rope? I will be there to catch you if anything goes wrong.
Exactly. I think this is all a ploy for you to cradle me in your arms.
You swore you were a very strong man still, so I do not see how this should be a concern for you.
Starting to think we need to just leave the old man behind.
I just push him in the water.
I can hear. I'm not deaf. They did not bash my head too much. All right. Well, Solomon, I guess you will go first, and you will be there to catch me in case I fall. All right, Solomon. As you climb down, make an athletics check for me, or a acrobatics.
You got this.
No.
You can do
He
it.
said no.
Oh no!
It says no.
Roll for me a D4, my friend.
I'm just a D4. Oops. Now we're messing things up. Oh, God. Oh,
As you climb down, you begin to slip and you fall on your ass at the bottom, and you take 2 bludgeoning damage.
Are you
perfectly
okay?
fine. Nothing's wrong.
That looked less than graceful, and I'm next. Oh, okay.
Water's still an option.
You're already down below. Why would you toss me into the water now? Aren't you water?
No.
If you drowned him, no one would know it was you. I mean, we're all up here.
Here would know. He sees all. Very powerful god. Blup, blup,
Oh,
blup, 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 blup.
That's right. You worship here.
All right. Make
I froze his eyes at that.
Solomon, make a dexterity saving throw as Sildar comes sliding down that rope.
Said no again.
Oh shit.
Oh my God.
So you all see as Sildar begins sliding down the rope, and he's like, catch me! Oh, I'm far too weak. I should have eaten more. And he hits the bottom. He lands on his butt as well, because he only took 1. With a thud, he goes, I thought you were supposed to catch me. and cradle me.
That
Here
was
says-
the idea.
Help those who help themselves.
I know the rope was very slick.
Oh, you're down now.
Also, so I guess you all had left 2 ropes, so you are down 2 ropes.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
one of
yeah,
those
one
was
of them
mine.
was. Yes, and one of them was mine.
And I'm also assuming we still have a rope because I didn't think that through.
Oh yes.
Okay. All right, so we've got Sildar and Solomon down on the ground, not doing so well at climbing.
Who would like to go next?
I will.
That was
don't
easy.
need
I'm done.
I'm pretty light myself, so I might as well give it a shot.
That's fine. I will
And-
keep watch from up here.
Yep, and so wait, are we going straight across to the other side? Are we all going down and leaving?
We're dropping down.
Yeah, Ash will go over and drop down as well. Then is a dex roll, Charlie?
Acrobatics or athletics.
Athletics.
Acrobatics it is. That is a 17.
Ash goes down with ease, makes it look easy to everybody else, and as you get to the bottom,
Yeah.
Sildar looks and, well, you, seem to have, made that look very simple. I wish I could say the same for the 2 of us. We did not do so well.
Like I said before, you just don't know how to use your body.
I think maybe I've, got extra body that I didn't used to have. It's been an adjustment.
Okay.
About that second nat 1, I nearly spat out my water.
you need to spot yourself out.
I guess you are next, Dishani, or
Yeah, I guess I'll go next. We'll see. How will I do? Wish me luck.
Yeah, Ashford does
You
yell up.
can do it.
Don't break another board.
That's awesome. Roll for me a d4, my friend.
It was worth a shot. Not that bad.
You also do the same thing where, like, you seem to be doing fine, but then you, misjudge the distance and you hit with a thud. Well, it looks like everybody is, almost everybody is struggling. Maybe we've all got a little extra more of us than we're used to. At least not, Ash over there, and, well, Sunset, as delightful as always, just flew right on down. Alright, boss, it looks like you're next. He calls up to Burros.
I'm not the boss, but yes, keep your fingers crossed for me, I suppose. He's
You
gonna
can do it.
very carefully cross down the bridge, and I'm going to roll acrobatics to make my way down.
Alright.
Come on, come on. Ah,
Oh.
Roll for me a d4, my friend.
Fantastic.
okay.
Forget doors, ropes are our main enemy.
The rope boss is always the pain.
No, everybody's getting a 1. So, like, I mean, it's not too bad. You also hit the ground with a little bit of a thud.
Oh.
Well, it looks like we are 4 for 2. Well, I guess that means we're the winners and they're the losers and they're buying lunch.
Okay,
Wait,
later.
2? Who else might have down safe? I'm not getting
Me.
Sunset.
Sunset.
The one that flew.
Exactly.
Why,
That's why I'm not
she should
counting
count.
you.
Sunset
Why
should.
don't I count?
You count.
You
You
fly.
count, dear. No, he is jealous of your flight, as he should be. You count.
That's right.
Well, at the very least, we're down now, so there's that, I suppose.
All right.
And,
You all begin to move towards the kennel where the wolves were. As you're moving, you do all take notice of the water, and like you said, it doesn't seem to be like flowing. Or sorry, it's looks to be flowing more than it had been your initial time in, but like it's not like raging or anything like that. It just seems as though more water is able to more freely flow out of it. Okay, you all enter in. You can still smell the foul odor of the wolves that had been left here in this cave. And you can see at the back of it where Ashani is. So you see that tunnel that was there. Previously, it was very jammed. And like Ashani was able to move just a stone over to see into that room, and now it looks as though it has been carved out, opening up that back room for you all.
It's been carved out. It's obviously a trap, but I kind of think this is the way I want to go up.
I kind of want to go this way because we were leaving him here, and if we leave that open with things in it, probably would end badly for him.
Who here said that they had a sword and a rapier? If you don't mind, I'd like to keep them both. I can fight with both hands.
right. And Oladar's Oladar. Sorry, that's another character from another campaign. Oboros is just going to grab the rapier that he had stashed away on him, and he's gonna unclasp it from his belt and give it to Sildar.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're
And then-
free to keep that if you'd like.
I will keep it until we make it to town or we find my sword, whichever happens first. But I appreciate the kindness.
No problem.
And then in its sheet, Shani's just gonna toss Sildar her extra short sword. I think
Yeah,
it's
he
really hard to
reaches and
say.
he grabs and catches it. Probably shouldn't throw sharp things, but again, I do appreciate it.
That's
All
not
right.
pleasing this guy, huh?
Mm-mm.
I'm trying to make you all like Harbin and not like Sildar. Maybe that's what I'm doing.
Harbin's an awful person.
Stop that.
Sildar's obviously working with other people. I don't know what you're talking about.
You know, Sildar just experienced the taste of retirement, and this was too much for him. All right, so I am to sit here and wait. A little one, Sunset, right? The adorable one. Do you happen to have an extra one of those pebbles? It's quite dark here.
Oh, yeah. Here. And I hand him the one that's already lit, and I'll grab one of the rocks nearby and light it.
Thank you. I appreciate it. You are far too kind.
You're welcome.
All right. Well, I will stand guard, I guess, or stand for my safety, and I will wait. I will wait here. Maybe I should make it seem as though I've been left captive here. If I wrap these chains around, maybe then they might not suspect anything, and I can just jab them as they come over to look.
That might not be a bad idea. Alternatively, if you go to that back corner over there, and Oboris is just going to point to where I'm pinging on the map.
Mm-hmm.
If you tuck yourself into that corner there, it's going to be hard to spot you initially. So,
No one
Except-
put Sildar in the
You have to
corner.
hit stone.
well,
Inspiration if you can name the movie reference.
Dirty Dancing.
Thank you, Ricky.
Sorry, I'm not old enough to get that reference.
Shut up! It's
You know
not that
what?
old.
Like me.
I suppose you're right. If I stand there in the corner and I can kind of hide, let's see. I will attempt my best at being hidden over here.
Bless the DM dice. Cross my fingers.
Just depends on what their perception is. He got a 14.
Okay, all right.
Which I wonder. I feel like his thing's not. It's not right. Oh no, it is. Okay. I would think he'd have more than a +0, but here we are. Alright, how'd I do? Do I look hidden? Waterboy, can you see me from where you're at?
No, I cannot see in the dark.
Then
Yeah,
I should be alright.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm assuming Ash can see him.
His stealth passes against your passive, so, like, you would, if you were paying attention, yes, you would most certainly see him, but if you were, like, trying to not pay attention so you could check to see if he was well hidden, then no, you wouldn't be able to.
Yep.
So it's just up to what you think Ash would do. Like, it's very clear where he is.
Yeah, like if you're not going in here looking for someone, yeah, I don't think he'll be able to be spotted. But if he's actively being searched for, he's gonna be found.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much.
Yeah, he's,
Well-
like, on that cusp of everything.
All the more reason to clear out the rest of this cave, I suppose.
Yes, if you all could try to be as swift as you may, I'd greatly appreciate it, and we've got to find Gundren. His brothers will not be happy if he's gone missing. And they have a lot that they need to get done, and Gundren was hopefully still is holding the key, well, the map to it all.
Ooh, how should we do this? Solomon, would you care to take point?
Sure.
Yeah, Ash picks up real quick. Real quick, Solomon. Do you mind if I have a word with you in private?
Yes.
Yep.
Whisper,
Yeah, Ash just
whisper.
yeah. No. Yeah, Ash recites to Solomon. So, here, all that here, God talking, God stuff you do. Can you please not do it to me? I just don't like it.
If you do not wish to listen to the word, I will not judge you or force it upon you. If you need help, just ask.
Yeah, in the future, if you do want to do any of that sort of stuff to me, at least ask. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of it. And as he says what he does absentmindedly rubs fire inside of his left wrist.
Yeah, very well. That is
Yep.
Is a reasonable request.
Yep. Oh, guess we're sorted then. Let's get on through.
Yes, let's catch up to the group and see if we can get out of this dank cave. Solomon will head back up. Oh, you good, Ash?
Yeah, I'm fine.
All right.
All right. The group moves into the cave.
Yes.
Oh, so I'm gonna kind of
Oh,
go shield first. You know, hand down at the side at the ready, I guess.
Okay. Yeah. As you all get into the cave and you take a look around, you do see, and I'm assuming, like, with Sunset having the rocks, like, you all are using that as a light source. If that's not the case, you can let me know. But the fire in the middle of the map, that is out, so it is not releasing any light or anything from it. So assuming that you are using the light source from Sunset, you notice in the southernmost part of the cave over here that there are sacks and crates of various things, and it looks like they're kind of all around the room. So you assume that they're probably things that have been looted. You also can see that there is a set of natural stairs built in, leading down into another cave up here. As you look around, you see evidence of there having been the stalagmite that is right in front of this one here by Ash. Looks like it had once upon a time a chain. Well, the chain is still there, but it looked like there'd been a animal that would have been chained up there. And you also, see evidence of there, like, having been somebody in the cave, like, eating. Like, there's some bones with some meat still left on it, around as well. So those are kind of initial just looks. You all came through the natural, like, chimney area, and now you're standing here in this cave.
Yeah, looking around, does it look like any goblins can be hiding amongst any of his stuff?
I mean, those places do look like good spots for things to hide, but you right now don't see anything. You can roll a perception if you're moving up in. You can roll investigation if you're actually looking through.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll be observing first to see if there's anything what might have been able to be shifted for him to hide around. So I'm just doing a perception roll.
Mm-hmm.
That is a hit 19.
Okay. You like don't notice anything where you're at. Nothing like seems out of the ordinary. You all do know, because Ashani had peered through, you do know that there were at some point that there were goblins in here, but you right now don't see any evidence of that. That fire that you're standing by, like, it's cold to the touch. Like, you don't feel any heat coming from it at all. So it has been extinguished for quite a while. Sunset, with your 17 investigation, as you are looking around the crates, as you go over there, you quickly, like, you go and you reach for one to, like, kind of dust it off and see what it is. And as you are, like, moving and stuff, you notice that there is what looks to be, like, going across the boxes, like, from the wall here to the wall, like, over. There's a very thin, what looks to be a trip wire And you notice that just as you're like beginning to reach to kind of get a closer peer of what might be in that, and as you do, you notice that, and you can see that the boxes and crates themselves are kind of stacked in a way where this wire is like running through. You know how like wooden crates like have like a gap sometimes in between? It's like it's running in between, so
Yeah.
by like reaching you, it would cause you to kind of move that, and the crates would have come tumbling down on anyone who was trying to look or reach up for that crate. So like a bad Jenga game.
I found a tripwire. Ish.
Cut it.
That went so well for you last time.
That's why you can
You-
cut it.
You beat me to it. God damn it. Yeah. I was really about to say, don't let Ishwani cut it.
Like I said, I won't be the one to cut it. If y'all do it, it'll obviously go great.
I mean, I could give it a shot, I suppose. If it
Sure.
falls, I'd like to think I'm sturdy enough to take it.
Hold up, Ishani. Why don't you just shoot for crates to make them dislodge? That way, none of us are near it when they go down.
I mean, we could just unstack the crates. That's honestly probably the better option, but I mean, if we really want to just cut the tripwire, I mean, we can, but
Fun and
Alright.
unstacking them.
Yeah. You know,
Actually-
my worry is trying to unsuck them will make them go down. Like hit any disturbance of a pile.
you know what? Everyone clear the way. I'm gonna wait till everyone, see if everyone like steps back away from the crates.
Are you firing at the tripwire?
No, I'm just gonna go over there and yank the fuck out of it. I'm
Okay.
dexterous.
Well, I was just gonna say, like, it's gonna take a lot for you to like hit a very thin, like that's gonna be a high roll. But yeah,
No,
you
I wasn't gonna waste an
Yeah.
arrow on that.
okay? You go over
Instead, you're just
and
gonna waste hit points.
I've got cure wounds.
where are you pulling? So Sunset has pointed out, and Sunset would have noticed upon with that investigation, like it's anchored somewhere over here, and like the other side of the anchor is here. So are you pulling it from an anchor, or are you pulling it from the middle?
Oh well, if there's an anchor, I'm gonna come pull it from over here then.
Okay. Yeah. So you go and make a strength check for me.
So
Well,
we're gonna intentionally set off the trap.
yeah,
Cool.
might as
Cool.
well.
Alright.
Oh shit! Well, it was strength. I'm not good at strength.
You try pulling at it, but like you're just not able to really like. I guess really you're pulling at the bolt or whatever it is that has it like driven in, and like you're not able to get that out of the wall of the cave.
Okay, time for the short sword. We're just gonna cut it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, roll to hit.
I love when you go do cutting instead of untying.
Or just actually like okay, yeah. You cut that wire, and as you do, make a dexterity saving throw. Nice. As you cut it, you quickly step out of the way, waiting for an avalanche of boxes and crates to come down, but nothing seems to move besides the wire itself. It just kind of falls at the point like where you've cut it, and so like it's still running through that one box that it was like set to kind of trigger the avalanche, but nothing happens from it.
There you go. Problem solved.
I was sure the rocks, not the rocks, the boxes would come tumbling down on. Well, gladly it hasn't, but
I'm still waiting for it.
I mean, I guess if you want to completely disarm it, you can go to like this other anchor over here and just pull the wire through. But I've done my job for today.
You might as well. Yeah. Ash will just pull the whole wire through from up over here.
Okay, so
I'll try
you're
to
pulling out the
anyway.
wire.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and he'll. At any point where it requires a bit more force, a bit of yanking, he'll just stop. Because he knows what will make it. He has a feeling what will make it go down.
Yeah, so you begin getting it pulled through, and really for the most part, it comes out like pretty easily going through. You're not even sure if anything would have been in that top crate because it like nothing got snagged or anything while you were pulling it.
Huh.
Guys, this is why we only get through one part of the cave each week because we do this kind of shit.
Right. So shall we move on then? I take it that's a move on.
No. I'm just making sure we all know. You also didn't look at the crates at the back, but that's cool.
Oh, well, I
Oh,
mean,
I thought that's what
What is
Ash was doing.
I can always check on those, you know.
Yeah, that's what not what Ash was looking at.
That's why I
No.
went to the other one.
Ash said he was looking for goblins, so that's what I relayed to you.
Yeah.
Got it. Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And to me, with Faith looking, or Sunset looking at the ones, like, that investigation, you noticed the trap, and that's, like, kind of where you stopped with it. Because, like, that was the immediate thing that you noticed. Investigation for me, or do you have something else?
Yeah, I was gonna look for traps as well, considering Sunset had found one over there. Oboros would look for the same thing over here on this side.
Okay. Roll investigation, Ouroboros, on that side.
Okay.
Whew. Whew.
It almost was a 1.
It was almost a no.
No. Ouroboros, you do not notice any traps or anything over here. Sunset, you do notice that on these crates, that there seems to be a blue lion on each of them. There's a symbol on.
Ooh.
And I guess not all of them, but like a good amount of them have this blue lion on them, and some of the bags, like the sacks, have it as well.
Ooh. So cute.
If that's the blue line we saw from before was on the horse for belongs to the Lord's Alliance? Is it the same emblem?
I don't think so. Hold on.
Yeah, because I know what we came across an emblem before, which
No, okay.
identified as being that.
Is this the symbol that we found on the horses that I
No,
didn't
so
recognize?
the thing that you saw on the horses was for the Lord's Alliance. It's not the same. That symbol would is kind of like looks like a crown for the Lord's Alliance. You also have probably seen, I'm assuming, Solomon, do you have the Order of the Gauntlet symbol on you at some place?
Yeah, it's on my shield.
Okay. Yeah, so you also would have seen that, and there were the people fighting the ogre had that as well, the Order of the Gauntlet, and that's a sword being grasped by a hand. But this is just a blue lion. You have not seen it before. Unless you're from the area, and then you might have. So if there's anyone who has been around Phandalin before, you can roll a history check to see if you would recognize it. And so when I say Phandalin, even like going into probably Neverwinter, maybe Waterdeep.
Yeah, but it'll still be a no.
Which
I
check?
I was in Neverwinter Wood, but
History for me.
Is Shawnee being from Evermist Would that qualify?
Yeah, that would be close enough.
Okay.
Alright.
Dang.
The one that makes the most sense rolled the lowest.
We don't talk
So
about it.
Solomon's from the coast.
you all would have heard of this symbol, and maybe you've seen it before along trade routes. It is the symbol of the Lion Shield Coster, which is a merchant company that has its main post in Phandalin. Shawnee has no idea what it is.
Some merchants.
Too backwood for them fancy merchants.
You know,
Is a merchant's gear or supplies, as it were.
this could potentially be some of Gundren's things.
You also, between Ouroboros and Sunset, you do notice, I guess it would be Ouroboros, over tucked behind the crates, there is what looks to be a treasure chest.
I will open.
Where is this? Because I gotta move.
I mean,
Nobody's
you
checking
don't
for
have to
you gotta
move.
move
You
it.
don't have to move your token. It's fine. You open it up, and inside you find. Let's see. Actually, as you go, and you are looking and you see this chest, it is already like open, and it's very clear to you that like whoever had opened it last, like they were quickly trying to scoop out whatever they could, because there's even some small, like some of the coins dropped on the ground as well. And you were able to find in and around 9 copper pieces,
Oh, damn.
and you also find 3 silver pieces.
Okay. Well, Ouroboros is gonna go ahead and pocket all of that.
Okay. You also see inside there's a rather small frog statue, and then it has the eyes of it have like tiny golden orbs, and the statue itself looks to be made of jade.
I know what is above game. Oh, what type of item it is.
I
Pretty.
am pretty sure I use a different.
If
When
it's
you
the
pull
ones
it
I'm
out, she
thinking
sees
of,
it. She'll just be like, pretty.
I mean, it could be, but like I used it differently than the book had.
Yep, fair enough.
All right. And that seems to really be it within this room, but you do have the natural stairs leading down into another part of the cave system up ahead.
Now we should go.
All right, let's do a quick break for people, and then we will come back and we will cut wires in this room.
Okay.
Yep, okay.
Let's do 8 minutes to put it at a quick return time, so we will be back at 8:30 p.m. Central Time, everybody. Let's go
All
break.
good.
Be right
You can't
All
make me.
right. Welcome back, everybody. Everyone was getting moody in the chat. I suggested they join in my 11 a.m. Sunday game, and apparently that's too early for some people, and it was just too much. But I'm Charlie. I'm the DM for this crazy group, and we are currently exploring some caves in Lost Mine of Findelver. I forgot what game we were playing. It's been so chaotic and crazy. But there we are. Moving into the next cave. So as you all move in, it's so weird like describing this going this direction. Like it's so different than I'm used to. So you notice in this cave system, I will say the map is a little bit different than what you're seeing. These two pools straight ahead from you. Okay, what you notice about those is one, they are not filled with water. They are not filled up like that. So, you can see the stacks of rocks here and here. And it looks as though those would have been dams. And they have been kind of flung apart. So, like, those actual stacks themselves are, like, no longer, but there's, like, a small opening that would have let water come rushing out. So the pools themselves have been emptied. Okay, and now coming from the skull in the wall looking waterfall area, there is water flowing down, and it's creating a stream going in. And so that's kind of what I was getting at with, like, the water seemed to be flowing more because it's not having to get past these two dams anymore. Like, it's able to freely flow, so it's not, raging like like it was that washed you out, but it's not staying as stagnant as it had previously. It is dark in here, so, but you have I always forget that. So you all have a light. So, as long as you are near the light up pebbles, you're able to see a tunnel that goes towards the bridge as you were looking around. Or you can see that there is, a staircase that's going down, a natural built-in staircase. And so you would assume that is going to lead down and under the bridge where that path was that you were on previously.
You said this like actually looks like a skull, like this back wall.
Mm-hmm. Does it not
That's
for
really
you
cool.
all?
No, it looks like a skull. I just want
Okay.
to make sure it actually like does look like a skull because
Yes,
I want
it
to
does
go
look
like
like a
5
skull.
minutes eyes. I want to see if there's anything shiny in the eye, like sockets and stuff.
All right, fine.
All right.
There.
We're gonna Goonies the skull on the
Okay,
wall.
please don't move tokens though up there. Because
I didn't.
I know. Nobody did, but I just wanted to make, like, some stuff would trigger, and I don't think I'm ready for anything to be, not anything bad. Not anything bad. It might move you to a different map.
Oh.
You go up, and, I need an acrobatics from Ashani. Jackie, not, Sunset. I don't know. I can either call you your name, or I can call you Faith, but I cannot call you Sunset, is what's happening. Sunset, you were able to
Funny
fly up
because we
there.
play at sunset. Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can fly. You're like, so you see Ashani like really struggling at getting up. The rocks are kind of slippery, and Sunset, you are just like sitting in the nostrils of the skull. The water is coming out of like where the jaw line would be. But Sunset, you are up and you are able to be up there. Ashani, you unfortunately begin kind of sliding down, and it's taking you a bit to get up on there. Like, you're just not getting a good grip.
I'm just kicking my feet, patiently waiting.
You look like a booger as you're up there kicking your feet around. You're a fairy booger.
I mean, I've been called worse.
Boros is just gonna go out and call out to her. Have you found anything up there?
I don't know. Have I?
All you've done is get up there right now.
Well, I'm sorry. He just said I just got here. Give me a second.
If you're looking around inside the interior of the skull, you can roll for me an investigation.
Roll the investigation. Not great, but not bad.
Not bad. As you were looking around, you do see, like, on, like, the inside of the walls of this part of the cavern, that there is this, glowing, what looks to be... I'm laughing because it's very similar to our Tuesday game. These glowing mushrooms, kind of lining the, wall and the ceiling of the cave. And you, it's very looks to be because since you're tiny, like you're kind of able to hover a bit. It appears to be very slick. There is still like, even though most of the water is coming from like the jawline, even up into the nostrils and like the eyes of the skull, like there's still moisture. So it looks to be very slick. There's moss growing, but you just see this. What really stands out to you is the glowing bioluminescent mushrooms that are up there. And it looks to be a tunnel.
I'll stick my head out of the nose and check on Ashan.
I've probably given up trying to climb this thing.
So this one's a tunnel.
What about the other eye socket?
Well, that was just the nose. I haven't gotten to the eyes yet.
Okay.
So as you like look through the nose and the eyes, like the eyes kind of like come down into the nose itself, but like both, like it's not a very large drop, if you will, but like the eyes just kind of feed in to it.
So there are mushrooms in the nose and a tunnel, and then it looks so the tunnel leads to the eyes.
No. When I gave my initial description, I gave it for everything, but then you said you were only in the nostril, so I was trying to fix
I'm
it
sorry.
very poorly. The eyes themselves like drop down into the nose, and then there's a tunnel leading back away from the face itself.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah, it's
So
okay.
The eyes just lead to the nose that has a tunnel.
Is it big enough for you to crawl through? Could you try?
It's plenty big enough for Sunset to kind of crawl through. It is the size that anyone who is wanting to. So going into the tunnel for Sunset, you would not be able to hover once you move away from the nostril and the eyes. Once you move into the tunnel, you wouldn't be able to hover anymore, but you would be able to walk, but everybody else would have to crawl.
Well, I can walk, but y'all will have to crawl.
Hmm.
If you want to come join.
Yes. How likely do you think that's where the goblins went?
Through the larger hole in the wall. And he kind of Olar just kind of points over.
Well,
over
we
here.
don't know where it goes, so
I thought there was a dead end above game. Here, this area down here.
Yeah, it's a hole in the wall.
Oh, this
Oh.
here, there's nothing there. That's just the wall of the cave.
Oh,
Yeah, I thought so.
We're
Oh,
talking about the skull.
Yeah,
I'm in the
yeah,
nose of the skull.
yeah, up over here.
Mm-hmm.
oh, okay. Well, I thought this was another tunnel.
No, that's just the wall of the cave.
Gotcha. Okay, my bad then.
Oh, you're good.
I mean, I'll go join. I mean, knowing that there's a tunnel, I'm definitely more invested in trying to get back into the skull now.
We're invested. Like you're gonna,
yeah.
you guys are gonna use a rope.
Yeah, how high up is it? Cause here, Ash did get some human hair rope from goblin team looted before.
Human
Wait.
Yeah, last session.
I still have a real rope. We don't have to do a human hair rope.
Yeah, that's actually kind
I-
of grody.
I roped the rope.
It is 20 feet up to get into the nostrils, getting into the eye sockets. Would be roughly the same, but like for like looking at it in the way that it's set up, the eye sockets themselves look like they'd be more challenging to get to.
In through a nose, then.
Yeah, it's going
Yeah.
to the nose.
Yep. Are we doing it via rope? Oh, no rope. Because Sunset said she has a rope.
I would say let's make use of that rope, honestly.
All right. So Sunset, as you look around, the thing with this is, the way like the skull is kind of set up, you would be able to string that rope and like kind of tie it around going through, since you're able to fly. Like, it doesn't have to be the eye ping, but one of the eyes and the nostril.
Okay.
All right, and then as you tie it, make a sleight of hand check. Let's see how sturdy your knots are.
Uh-oh.
Hey now.
Sturdy your knots are.
My knots might be better than a 9.
Oh,
Mine aren't.
that's
So
not fair.
like you tie your knots, but they're not this, like, they're not your best knots that you have ever tied before.
If I know it's not the best I've ever done, can I try it again?
It's going to make the skill check harder, but yes, you can.
Okay, well, here's hoping I do better. 'Cause-
Oh, hell
Okay,
yeah.
you did
Oh,
better.
there we go.
You brought
There
it
we
from
go.
a 10, so it was initially set at a 10, and you got the 9, and then it went to a 15, but you got a 20. So you,
That's better.
as you're kind of fiddling around, realize that this might be enough to hold you and maybe one of the smaller members of the party, but might not be enough for any of the larger members. So you reconfigure and reknot that, and it is sturdy and good to go.
All right, there we go. Come on up.
All right. Everybody who is not flying up, roll for me. You can pick athletics or acrobatics with advantage because you're using the rope.
Yep. Yeah. As we go up, are we going lightest to heaviest?
That is up to the group.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah, Ash.
Sorry.
Yeah, I was just gonna say Ash got a 20.
Solomon got an 18.
Mhm.
I'll go next. With advantage. Advantage.
There you
All
go.
right, hell yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you all are able to climb up there with no problem at all. As you're getting up there, though, you all are starting to have to kind of squeeze together. And so I would guess that Sunset is hovering outside of it, but as each party member comes, like, you do end up in the cave. You're able to, the tunnel, you're able to see because of the bioluminescence of the mushrooms themselves, but it is pretty much like if you were down on, like, your knees to crawl, like, your back is very close to scraping unless you're army crawling.
I'm also going to go into the eye and I'm going to take rope before the goblins cut it again.
Okay, yeah, you take your rope, and you all have your rope, and you are set to begin to crawl through. As you all get onto hands and knees to begin to crawl, this is probably very comfortable for Solomon, as you can feel a little bit of water. It's just enough to kind of cover your belly, like so basically like your army crawling through a puddle.
Oh, gross.
Hmm.
That's awful, but sure.
Well,
Yeah.
you're like from the water. I thought I like
Oh no, I
wrote
just meant like
this part
I've done
just
that
for
in,
you.
I've done that in real life, so
Mm.
In
yeah,
real life,
we'll
that's
just
gross.
start crawling, I guess. Can we see
Yeah.
very far down the tunnel?
So you can. The tunnel itself, like, it is very dark. The glow of the mushrooms is helping with it, but like it's hard for you to really pick up like how vast this is as you begin to kind of crawl through. As you all are moving, you
Yeah.
do
Real,
hear. Go ahead.
yeah, real quick. Here, before we go, I was gonna say, should one of us tell Silver where we're going?
That dude.
No, fuck that guy.
Nah, he's good in that little section of the cave.
He's good in his little corner.
Goblins aren't here, so it doesn't really matter.
You do begin to hear what sounds like water falling. Go ahead and make for me a dexterity saving throw.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
Dang it.
That's an 11.
One.
Please.
So I'm like, what's a crawling
Please.
order?
13. I would assume the crawling order is whoever. So, I'm assuming Sunset is last because she went back to get the rope. So it would be Ishani, then Solomon, then me, then I'm assuming you, Ashron, and then
Yep,
Sunset.
yeah, probably.
All right.
Yeah,
As
that's fine.
is there another place in the order that you would want Ash to be?
Yes, I was thinking more Solomon, since he's tanky and has a shield, would be here up in front. Here, that way, when we get towards whatever end, he can just have a shield in front and just kind of block the tunnel from any potential attacks. It's just me being a bit paranoid on that side of things.
I mean, how he rolled makes sense for right now.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you all, let me move this. Okay. As you continue moving, you all do come to the end where there is you hear the water falling, and you do see like you're in this cavern that has a small waterfall dropping exactly where you are, and below you can see two small pools of water. Let me move your characters. Actually, let's see. Let's test and see if this works. We're gonna try something. Move your token onto the skull.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yep, that works.
Did it pop you all to a different map?
Yep.
Oh,
Nope.
I can't help but notice the name of it though.
Oh, I guess I didn't realize you all could see the names of them. That's
Guys,
fun.
I think we're definitely fighting a
Well,
dwarf
poop.
druid in here. Calling it right
Oh. Yeah, it didn't take me.
Oh, that's weird.
I
Okay, let me activate it.
see-
I see your
Oh, that's
token.
why, I'm sorry.
now. It also didn't
Yeah,
take
no,
Twitch. Yeah, there we go.
froze.
Yeah, it didn't
It's
take
fine.
Twitch.
I see myself surrounded by complete darkness, but I can see my own token.
That's because you don't have night vision, but you all have the thing, so let me just put that. Like, that's the thing, is when you don't have dark vision, sometimes you won't see things. So.
Right,
yeah.
right. Well, if I can somehow survive to level 5, I can potentially change that.
Well, shit.
Yeah.
Now I see the name.
Do you now see the name?
I see the
Oh, is this one
name.
messed up too with size? Oh yeah, hold on. Let me resize it, because it is not supposed to be that large. Well, not that small. It's the same thing as the last one. Da-da-da-da.
Okay, so how long were we crawling for?
If you give me 1 second, I can narrate better. I just am getting our map set.
Yeah.
Okay, so as you all crawl through, you the distance from where you started to getting to that end, and right now you are not like at the bottom of this cavern, you are still at the top, but you all have managed to not slide down to the bottom of the cavern, but you would have been crawling for about 50 feet, and you are currently hanging at the end, and you're up at the top and looking down. It looks like that is about another 20 feet down to the bottom where the 2 pools are. And it was difficult terrain, especially with how slippery it was, so it took you all a little bit to go, and as you were going with people probably not moving at the same pace and like maybe freaking out a bit being in a very enclosed space, it took you all a little bit longer to get through. But you were there. If you are, I guess that's the thing. You can see very minimally, those of you without dark vision outward, because like Sunset has that rock, but she's at the very back of the group. So that is something to keep in mind for what you can see. The cave itself is very dark inside. It's very echoey, and it has this very like rotted trash smell to it.
Hmm. Well,
Pinky.
with the absence of the glowing rock, Boros is gonna reach into his pack and take out a torch and ignite it.
Yeah, you take out a torch and you light it. It is hard for you at first because just how wet being in that particular tunnel is, but you do get that lit and you can see. And looking out into the cave, you can see you are 20 feet above the bottom. You all are kind like basically at the waterfall, and like you can feel water like rushing against your back because you all are kind of blocking it from being able to come out and drop down into those pools right now.
So if I'm understanding this
Yes, sir.
correctly, like the entrance kind of like drops down into like the water, right?
Yes.
Then yellow, I'm just gonna fling myself into the pool and hope it's deep enough.
Just go ahead and roll for me just a straight d20.
Alrighty.
You jump in the spot that you hit into, like, you feel the coldness of that water like just kind of wash over you. But like you don't hit into anything as you're kind of bringing yourself up, swimming up. Like you do feel very lucky that you didn't like hit into a stalagmite or anything like within the water. Like you can reach out and like you feel the jaggedness, but the particular spot that you landed in, you had no issues.
Well, I'm gonna shout up. I wouldn't recommend that.
Can we see anyone in the cave? Make a solid look around to what we can see.
A torch is what, 10 feet radius? Because you also don't have dark vision.
But 10 bright, like 5 dim or something.
Okay.
There's no weird
Really,
shadows or
as
anything.
outside of the water, because like you guys are 20 feet above, you're not really seeing too much at the floor of this cave. You do notice like there are bats and things up on the ceiling close to where you are. But aside from that, there's nothing that you can make out.
All right. Yeah.
People with dark vision looking around to see. Yeah, even with the 20 light and 20 dim, there's nothing that's standing out. Because, like, that 20 light is going to hit where the floor is, and then looking out around, nothing really stands out. Those of you with dark vision.
Dark vision.
Yes. Yep, I'm getting there. Those of you with dark vision, as you are looking around, you do see this cave. It's a very large cave. There's not not a lot of light filtering through. It's hard for you to even really make out just how large this is. You do see what looks to be various piles of bodies, but being up where you are and stuff, like, you can't make out much more than that at this point.
Okay. Can I climb out of the water? Or like where?
Yeah, you can climb out of the water. You swim over, and as you do, like, it gets a little more shallow, and you're able to get up out of the water.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna move this way a little, just so I'm against the wall.
All right, is
Solomon's
anyone
gonna-
else coming down? Because right now, only a Shawnee is down.
Yeah.
Solomon's
Yeah.
gonna drop
Water?
into the water.
All right, roll
Yeah,
me
well,
a d20.
Don't roll below an 8.
You have no idea what my system is for this. I'm just having you roll. Solomon, you dropped exactly where Ashani had landed. You don't hit anything. The water is piercing cold, though, as you. I guess really that probably would feel refreshing to you. But it is very cold water as you drop into it.
So Solomon doesn't come up for like a solid 3-4 minutes, because I can breathe the water. So I'm just gonna mess around in the bottom of the water.
Those of you able to see down, like, you take notice that Solomon is not coming out. Is there anything anybody would do?
He's made of water. He's fine.
I'm not trained as a lifeguard. I'm not jumping back in.
Damn, Solomon, they would just leave you to die.
No,
I'm more concerned if
he-
that was on the table.
of course, don't leave him.
Hey,
Yeah, Sunset ain't gonna leave him. He's got pretty eyes.
Oh,
Alright, and I assume Sunset is probably hovering it, like, in between everything. Now that, like, a path has been cleared with 2 people out, you would be able to get around the other 2 if they're not going in yet.
Yep.
yeah. Yeah, I thought this was a thing where we had to go through one at a time. Like it was it was only wide enough for one person at a time, but
Yeah, I mean it. Well, she's playing her fairy as though she's tiny, like an actual
Yeah, but-
like fairy. So she would be able to get through you all because
Yep.
she's playing it like she's like Tinkerbell size.
Mm.
eh,
How far down does this go? Like, how big of a lip is there before it's just water?
The lip going around the outside, it really just depends on where you are positioned. So in some spots it's about a like 3 foot lip, in other places it's 5 to 7 feet. It just all kind of depends on where it's carved out. So the ones like at the back closer to the waterfall, that's going to be a little bit of a shorter lip, and on the other side it's going to be higher.
Gotcha. Well, if Boros can get the rope from Sunset, he'll try to use it to. He'll throw a section of it over to Solomon to see if he can pull him over.
Okay. I don't know where my token went, but
Just go to actors, find yourself, and then just drag it on.
I got it. It's up. I think some of you like being the going between the two. Some of them are deactivated because your tokens are on both right now.
uh,
But you all should be there now.
Solomon finally sees a rope come down. He'll swim over and grab it, and then just come up and look up. You guys coming down? Actually, kind of nice.
well, it's nice. Okay, I come down.
and they go Sunset not being able to fly for the rest of the session.
Hey, it's only a little bit. She just has to dry a little bit.
I don't know how that became a thing in this game.
Yeah.
Faith flies all the time.
But yeah, stuff it. Here, Ash is going down next.
Okay.
Yep, so does a D20.
Mm-hmm.
What's a 14?
Alright, you splash into the water, you feel the coldness of it around you, but you don't hit into anything.
Yep. Yeah, then he just goes to swim out.
Sunset, are you jumping into the water?
Yeah, he said come in, so I was like, okay. It doesn't
Roll,
go well.
roll a dexterity saving throw for me. You go to like jump in, and you think that you're jumping in, but you like jump on top of a stalagmite that's poking up through, and so like you're standing like in the water, and the water is just like barely covering like your feet. But you don't get hurt or anything, but you did not land in the water like you might have thought you were going to.
Whew. Whew. I thought I was gonna fall.
All right, Ouroboros, are you climbing the rope or jumping in?
I'll climb in instead of jump in.
Okay, acrobatics or athletics for me.
I will go with acrobatics.
Oof.
No, you won't.
I guess I'm falling in.
Um, you begin to fall and roll a d20 for me. Okay,
Oh, boy.
make a dexterity saving throw with disadvantage because you are falling.
Oh boy. That's
You get
always a
like
good
all
thing.
the rolls.
For real. So you said dex saving
You
throw
can
with
do
disadvantage?
it.
Yes.
Oh boy. Okay.
Okay.
Aw, sassy.
Roll for me a you were hold on, what is it? Roll for me 2d6s.
Oh shit. Okay.
Okay, you hit in as you were falling, and you realize like you are slipping from the rope, and you realize and you try to stabilize yourself, but you are unable to, and you hit right into one of the staglamites that are sticking up that you're in this moment unable to see, because like you wouldn't have your torch or anything as you're climbing down, and so you hit in and you take 8 bludgeoning damage from it.
Well, at least he's not impaled.
That
Yeah,
is true.
thank goodness for that. But yeah, there's a lot of tumbling, a lot of grunting, and then I guess a splash at the bottom after he hits one of the stalagmites.
Yeah. And it's 1d6 for every 10 feet, and you all are 20 feet up.
Gotcha.
But you hit, and then you splash in. The cooling, like the water, the cooling of that, makes that hit feel a little better. Not much, but just a little bit better.
Yeah, he definitely doesn't feel very good, but I guess he swims back up to the surface, holding his side and shit, trying to keep himself afloat as best he can.
Okay.
Solomon will assist him getting to the shore.
He was trying to help Solomon, and now here you are helping him. It's like the circle of life.
Yeah. Yeah, once we get to our edge, I should probably help pull him up as well.
Oh, hey. You still gotta get me down there. Crap.
So with all the noise we made,
What all
do
have
we
you attracted?
do we do we do we have something?
Oh no, please don't let there be something up here.
Okay, so as you all get yourselves up out of the water, you do see in this area of the cavern what looks to be like an artist studio. So you can see that somebody who must have some kind of gift or are decent at painting, that they've made these marvelous statues, and they even have lifelike paintings as well. If we could all stop with moving for me.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. When I resize the map, things aren't where they should be, and I just don't want you all moving into something and it triggering something without it be because I need to just narrate versus that.
Right.
So as you're looking around, you can see that there are several pieces of art, and it looks as though a genius has been at work here. They all seem to be coated in this luminescent paint, and the paintings themselves seem to be emitting this very faint, dim light as you look at it.
Oh my god, I think we found Thomas Kincaid, guys.
Who?
Oh my god. He is an artist. He does a lot of landscaping, and he does a lot of like how like little lights coming on. It actually looks like it. Lights are on.
Okay. As the group looks around, you can see a statue in front of you, and it looks like this. Did that pop up?
Mm-hmm.
And it's carved out of marble, and it looks as though, going with everyone's passive perception, it looks as though it's a battle between the drow and the dwarfs.
Definitely the dwarven druid.
Hmm.
Definitely fighting a dwarven druid.
Dwarven looks pretty badass.
And that one is fairly large. Like, it's not something that can be picked up or anything. It actually is, as, like, you stand there and, like, look at it, like, looks as though possibly lifelike. You're not, since there's not a dwarf in the group, you kind of think back to Gundren, and you're like, yeah, this definitely seems as though it's lifelike standing there in front of you all.
Just how lifelike is it? Can I investigate?
Yeah, you can investigate.
Heck yeah. Alright. Okay. I'm not finding anything.
You think it's real.
Oh, look at oh.
You reach out and you touch the marble of the statue that it's made out of, but it feels like flesh to you.
Did you sit there and go, oh my god, it's real?
Alive!
Yeah, if the hard rock feels squishy like flesh.
Okay. Not stepping into that one. It's right up there with, I like wood.
Are you all looking around at any of the other art? And this one's like the most in-your-face one.
Yeah. and
Yeah, I'm gonna look
Where
up.
is that one? Here for statue.
I'm gonna have to close out to ping, so give me a second.
Yep.
Okay, so that one is carved out and would be likely like in between the two boulders here.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll pretend to be an art critic. Sounds like that could be fun.
Okay. As you look around, and really, I'm just wanting to make sure you all are looking, your passives are high enough, but if you're just like, oh, art, then I'm not gonna show it. But if you're taking a look, the next one that stands out to you is a painting. This one took a little finagling for me to make it work. And you see this painting of this large, looks like a drider, feeding on these gnomes that are running away from it.
It gets a 7 out of 10.
I think I did pretty decent at making that work.
You know,
Something
it's
off
good.
about that drider. I can't put my...
You also notice another tall statue. This time it is just one. Oh, that's not the right one. Yes. Okay. You notice another tall statue, and it is a fierce female drow that is cladded in silver and has like this translucent veil, and on each of her hands are many rings.
Now this is incredible. It's gorgeous. To see the flowing lines, I don't know. I'm not a nerd.
Okay, and then the last thing of notice, and this is the only thing that is like small enough that the group could pick up is a very small portrait of a drow matron that is wearing expensive silk robes. And this is probably like about like a 10 by 14 portrait.
Mm.
So as you're looking at those, if there's anyone who wants to roll any religion checks or anything, you are welcome to do so.
Yeah. Solomon will roll a religion.
Okay.
Sounds
You
like
just
what
know that
works
this
for
is
the
something
bitch.
with drows. Is anyone... I don't
Yeah.
think any of you are elf, right? No.
No, that's your other Saturday game.
Yeah. Yeah, so nothing really stands out, but the artwork looks to be extremely well done.
Yeah.
It's very pretty.
Yeah, I was debating whether Ash would even know what a row is.
That's what I leave odd and even rolls for. So my thing was even you like hit the water, and odd you hit something. Was how I was going with that.
I figured that after 8 and 20 were both a success.
Is anyone going to attempt to take any art?
Ash wouldn't, he'll just make a mental note of it all.
Okay.
Give me a second. I need to flip a coin. No.
No.
Ashani
No.
doesn't think she can pawn it off.
Pawn it off.
Solomon doesn't want any artwork depicting drow evil creatures.
Okay. Let's see. Distance.
Man, why you gotta measure it from me?
Or Boros, like it's not always about you.
Yeah. You said at the beginning of this stream you were gonna kill
Everything.
my character.
Everything is
mean,
about.
you
Well,
did-
you killed my
did say it.
plans. I was looking forward to a fire in that cave, and I'm gonna do this. Cool, thanks.
To be fair, you said you were going to kill him before that. So,
All right. Where in the cave would you all like to move towards? So right now you have just looked in the area that is surrounding you. Like you haven't really gone anywhere else.
I guess try and see over this direction. See what's around the corner here.
Okay, so that's where you want to move next. Cool. Let me.
I don't want to get like fully in there, but just like with the
what's that?
with the light from our fairy friend, just like be able to see around the corner, just in case there's
Oh, you
I'm
guys
not
are like
sure.
playing this hesitant tonight. All right.
the
So
riders
here
over
is
there.
Let's see.
Yeah.
We have 60 feet dark vision, so for most of us.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah,
here's
most
what those of us with at least 60 feet of dark vision would be able to see. My mouse is not wanting to work. So that's within.
There's only one.
Does anyone have anything further than 60 feet?
Well,
No.
there's only one person with
No.
dark vision, so.
There's
Oh,
two people with dark vision.
Ishani has dark vision as well.
Oh, you do?
okay.
Yeah, I took Gloomstalker just for the dark vision.
Got you.
All right, so here is what Ash and Ashani would be able. Actually, Ashani will be able to see more down here. Okay, so here's. Go ahead.
In regards to our pictures and what, I was gonna have Ash point towards what drows and the Dryder and just ask for others. Hey, anyone know what these are? Never really got out much. Yeah, that's pretty much asking what for creatures are.
They are elves that live in the Underdark. They are a great evil upon the face of Faerun.
Gotcha.
All right. Ash, you would notice up in this northernmost part, you can see that there is a altar, and upon that altar there is a what looks to be a goblin, and the goblin looks as though it's being dissected. You can see like surrounding it, like its innards are out and about. It's kind of very much like autopsied, cut open. You also can see that there are piles of dead bodies laying around as well. For Ashani and Ash, you can see somewhat, but not all the way. Over here, you can see piles of skeletons are laying on the ground. And then, is there anything else? Ashani, you would be able to see that there seems to be light coming from here. Kind of filtering, and it's still very, like, dark, but there's light down in this area, but it's not feeding that much into the cave.
Yeah.
As-
Ash would be pointing out for outer thing.
As the group is kind of getting their bearings and deciding what to do, you do see in the pile over you. Where is it? You suddenly see rising from the pile what looks to be a goblin zombie begin to start to stand up upon sensing the group in the cave. Go ahead and let me start it. Roll initiative for me.
Yep.
I'm not okay with this.
Yep. Yeah, also is
I don't want a zombie goblin.
Is Pedro still awake?
Oh no, Pedro's not. Maybe, I guess, maybe we should call it. Pedro. I don't know what to do. This is outside of the DM realm. I know one thing I will do. I will be nice.
Gotta do the
wrong
soundboard.
person. What? Pedro is player 2. I will be nice and do that. He's not on the stream anymore.
Yeah.
We wore him out.
I was about to
I don't want, like, I have so much on my screen that, like, I don't look at you all when we're playing. Oh gosh,
Yeah,
Ricky,
I have no idea how.
what should we do?
I have that.
I mean, we may want to.
We are, like, we're at 3 hours.
3 hours, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I have no idea how long he's been knocked out for.
I think he fell asleep when he was talking before, because, like, we said something and we didn't get, like, a response, but then he, like, woke up, so I think he's been drifting, but, like, he's, like, out.
Elder class is a good one.
I feel so bad. Okay.
No, God!
Sorry.
No, God, please, no!
Yep, he's out.
All right. On that, I'm not even rating. We're just gonna go. Well, if
It's
you were
sleepy
tuned
time.
in, yeah, I think this is a good point of calling it. If you were tuned in and you watched us, we appreciate that. We're having some sleep difficulties on our end. But thank you for tuning in.
God! No, God! No!
No,
God,
don't wake him.
please,
Don't
no!
wake him now. We want him to continue
I
to
didn't
sleep.
think that was a while ago. It lagged.
If you enjoyed watching us finagle our way through the caves, we appreciate it. We will be back next week, but I think we are playing on the 19th next. I feel like that's right. We'll be back on the 19th, and we will see what this cave, now that I've renamed it, is all about. Thank you all for tuning in.
Definitely not a
Yep.
drow.